Oh man, just listening to some of Jupiter's fucking live or whatever, it's just tragic, innit? Like, every person that she's called out has been somebody that has done a million times more than her, because she's done nothing realistically. Do you know what I mean? Now, she's going on about DJE Media being a wrong and this, that and the other. She's even called him a sex pest. Now, it wasn't any of them things when Jupiter was using all of his footage over the periods of the riots. She weren't saying anything like that then. She only had a problem with, and you got to remember, she was saying, oh, you know, any of my followers, go over there and tell him that I'm using, you know, I'm sharing his message, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Make sure you tell him Jupiter sent you. We're not forgetting that, are we? But then all of a sudden when he said, well, you know, I don't mind you sharing my channel and I don't mind you sharing me videos after they've sort of finished or whatever, but just don't do it when it's live. You know, if I'm live, don't do that, because it splits the revenue or cuts the revenue, whatever. All of a sudden, oh, then DJE Media is not a very nice guy, this, that and the other. He was fine beforehand, wasn't he? You were sending your followers over saying, oh, we're all sharing your message, we've all come from Jupiter's, we're team fucking simp from Jupiter's channel or whatever. She does it with every channel. Oh, you know, if you go over there, tell them where you've come from, help me grow my shitty little fucking hope not hate fucking bullshit channel or whatever. And then she's going on about who's modding for who. I'm not being funny, but who the fuck are your mods? You got Bleeding Heart, the IRA supporting fucking Antifa supporting rat that runs around doxing disabled children. You've got fucking Wendy Wu, which sat with Hope Not Hate for close to a year, that was calling Jupiter's family all sorts of pedos and fucking nonsense and woman beaters and fucking beating up his children, you name it. They've all kind of come from that shit. Now, she's even trying now, she tried it last night and she's trying it again today about, well, you know, if fucking Viking doesn't come back over here, I'm going to make him out to be this, that and the other. He's a dodgy cunt, rah, rah, rah. Nobody should believe a word that he says or his missus says or whatever. I'm not being funny, but he's a 16-year veteran. The most fucking highest form of security that you can have as a bodyguard in the UK. So I'm sure he's not going to give two fucks what a fat, sweaty old fucking cabbage from London actually gives a fuck. I'm not being funny, but I think it's something that they're putting in the water in London or something. There doesn't seem to be like very many people that are not wonky from London, realistically. You can only put it down to something in the water supply or something, I don't know. They all seem like a bit thick or something, not able to be able to have their own thoughts or something. I only know 2 people from London that I can actually say, like, are on the ball or whatever. One of them being Tommy and one of them being somebody else, which I'm not going to mention or whatever. But yeah, out of all the other people, the amount of times I've been to London or whatever, it's just one of them places you cannot wait to get away from that area. They're just obnoxious, fucking rude, dumb cunts or whatever. And it's like they think they're the best thing since sliced bread. It is madness. Now, like I said, all the attacks that Jupiter's done or whatever, including the time served veteran, the Viking, Mertus's bodyguard. She's even trying to say, oh, all the fact checking's been done. He's not really been a paid security, he's just been a hanger on and all this shit. It's madness. How how would this fat, ugly fucking troll of Hope Not Hate, the fucking Hope Not Hate magnet, how would this fat wonky bitch be able to do any fact checking whatsoever? Not being funny, but look at all the bullshit which she will quite happily run with. Now, she did a fucking U-turn once she jumped on the panel or whatever and went, well, there you go, right, there's my camera on, there's my face, here's my words, everything you've been saying up to now is bullshit. Now what? She kind of had to do a bit of a fucking U-turn or whatever. You know what I mean? But now, because he won't come back on, oh, well, you know, I'll just turn the wonky tap back on. This fat bitch actually thinks that anybody gives a fuck what she thinks, realistically. Not being funny, but when you've been related to that much Hope Not Hate and covering for it and lying for him and all sorts of shit, to the point where you're fucking... Have you noticed it's all we? Everything's we now. You know, because AY or Roy, whoever it is that has got more subs or whatever, it's all we. Not being funny, Jupiter, but there isn't any we. They do what they're doing and you just milk off it, and you're trying to make it all like, oh yeah, we're one big collective. No, you're not. All you're waiting on, realistically, for them to give you the fucking boot in your fat ass that you deserve, is for them to actually look at the evidence, look at the fucking facts. And at that point, you're fucked. It's going to be like every other situation, every other community that you've been in, they're going to give you the boot in your fat ass that you deserve. It is that simple. Now, the way he was trying to railroad Roy into some madness or whatever, like, oh, maybe he should go and confront him then, and whatever. Not being funny, but Roy could be 6'7" for all I know and built like a brick shithouse. It ain't going to change the way I fucking address things. It ain't going to change the fucking evidence or the facts which I would show him. Do you know what I mean? Not being funny, but I train with massive fucking guys, big fucking tank fucking looking guys or whatever. It doesn't bother me how big anybody is. It makes no difference, realistically. I mean, for all I know, yeah, Roy may well be able to have a good scrap or whatever. I don't scrap. I'm not a scrapper. I'm a fighter. There's a very big difference. So, to even enter Roy into something like that, have you got Roy's permission to start trying to start shit or whatever? I don't think so. I wouldn't have thought so. Now, that's all you do, try and turn one patriot against another patriot. You've done that for the whole time that you've been around, and you'll continue to do so, because it's an echo chamber, a blagging station where you just blag it that you're a patriot. I'm sorry, but you can't be around that much Hope Not Hate, fucking IRA supporting, fucking kiddie doxing fucking rats that you've been around for the whole time that you've been around, and be a patriot. I'm sorry, but that just doesn't compute. It doesn't work. It doesn't work on any level. You're a rat. Generally, if somebody is surrounded by rats and very comfortable with that situation, you can only stand back and think, well, is that person, which is making out to be the best thing since fucking sliced bread, is it actually what it makes out to be, or is it just another rat amongst all them other rats? It is that simple for me. It's not even a matter of when. You know what I mean? Well, no, sorry. It's not a matter of if Roy and AY find out what you're about. Like everybody else, it's a matter of when they find out. Now, up to now, yeah, they've believed your bullshit. They've even joined in a little bit with your nonsense and whatever. Well, Roy has. I haven't heard AY, to be fair. I think out of the two people, AY would be the most sensible person around that situation or whatever. Roy obviously likes to drink. I don't think I've seen Roy on a live yet where he's not in drink or whatever. Now, I've met a million people like Roy or whatever, demos, whatever. I've always had the same opinion. These days, these demonstrations where you are demonstrating your anger at the fucking what's going on. Do you know what I mean? It's not like an excuse for a piss up. It's not an excuse for a lad's day out or whatever. But for some people, it gets turned into one. And for me, I just think it's not great, is it, realistically? If you're about the cause, be there for the cause. You can go for a drink afterwards. Do you know what I mean? Nobody's saying, oh, don't drink or whatever, but there's a time and a place. When people are in drink at demos and whatever, that's when you get fucked up behaviour going on, and people will catch that, put it out, and make you all out to be fucking base willing fucking football hooligan yobs or whatever, and it's not a good look. You're actually giving the ammunition. I'm not a fan of anybody giving free ammunition to the other side, and I think unfortunately Roy comes across as that. I mean, I may well be wrong. He may well show me a load of footage where he's stone cold sober and he's on the ball and he's, you know, whatever. And then, yeah, I'll take my words back or whatever. But all I've seen up to now, every video that I've seen him doing is either drinking while he's actually fucking doing it, or he's sat in a bar, sat in a pub, whatever, always talking to other people that are pissed up and whatever. That's his thing or whatever. But for me, I just don't think mixing drinking live should be illegal, in my opinion. It doesn't work, it doesn't come off well. It just puts a negative fucking light on things or whatever. And that's just my opinion. Is it because I don't drink or whatever? Yeah, maybe. But there's a lot of people that don't drink. There's a lot of people that take this very seriously and don't mix the two things. Now, again, that is just my opinion. But yeah, I think it's pretty funny that all Jupiter's attacks and Danny Roscoe's attacks and Wendy's and whatever, all them attacks on Shield came well before there was anything of substance to even question. So the fact that they've had to try and dodge around and go all around the houses with Viking or whatever, I don't think he'll be coming back on, if I'm honest. I wouldn't have thought so. I think he's probably seen you for what you are. It's one of them. Some people will go away and do a little research, especially when their first appearance on there, you've literally guided people how to find these real details, his real missus details. And like he said on your show or whatever, you know what I mean? It's his family, it's his children, it's his fucking missus that are getting put in danger. Because of cunts like you, dropping all the breadcrumbs round on your shitty little fucking hope not hate infested life. To what? Endanger him, endanger his family, yeah? Time fucking save veteran. You're endangering him, yeah? Because you've got an issue with Shield. Madness. Now, I guarantee if Tommy was to say, oh, you know, well, I've checked this out or checked that out, and now actually I'm advising everyone to get behind and support Shield or whatever, what would you do then, Jupiter? Realistically, what would you do then, you daft cunt? Now, I don't care whether people like it or not. Would it affect somebody like Tommy or whatever if Shield was to be massive, whether it's 6 months, 12 months down the line or whatever? These things take a while to get going at the end of the day, especially when they've got shit cunts trying to shit on it. You know what I mean? It disgruntles things or whatever. But the fact of the matter is, these groups are popping up. That's not the only one. There's at least 6 that I'm aware of that are all doing the same thing. They're the groups that are actually going to make the difference. They're the groups that are going to make the areas, the whatever, the communities safer for everybody. That's fact. a demo here and a demo there. I'm not being funny, but it's not achieving anything. It was for a time. It woke a load of people up. There's enough awake now. It is that simple. Anybody with fucking common sense knows full well we have to move on to preventive measures. We have to move on with lawful solutions, etc. And people like Shield are the perfect fucking concept. The way they've put things together and whatever. It's bang on. It's exactly what's needed, and I'm sure these things will do nothing but grow and expand daily. Now, you wonky cunts don't really last very long in any community. You've been through so many communities. You're not welcome in any of them communities anymore. You're hated across the board, and you run with this mad excuse of, oh, they all hate me because they support Tommy. No, they didn't. They hated you when you was calling Tommy a grifter as well. So that's bullshit. Right, I'm going to leave it there. Hope everyone's good. Hope everyone's enjoying the weekend. Look after each other and stay safe.